I'm just going to trust you.
Well, in Scotland, there's a place called Ayr, and it's spelt like that.
Okay. Jenny, can you shed any light on this matter?
True fact, but I'm not sure if that has anything to do with the spelling.
Well, it does. It's Salt Ayr.
Salt Ayr.
It's like one of those little like lollipop shred as kids, Solero.
They're dino.
Just rename everyone while we're on the call. It's nice to have you all. It's very strange to have like a complete bunch that haven't really met before. So if anyone wants to kind of like, I don't know, tell a little bit of their story or get to know each other a little bit more, feel free. Shakila might be jumping off at some point just because she's got a family round, but that's absolutely fine. But yeah, Monica, how long have you been in the community for now? You're on mute.
Sorry. Yeah, it's been I think a month and a half.
Okay. Yeah. And how have you found it so far?
It's very good. Lots of support and I guess good vibe.
Yeah, definitely.
It's good vibe so far.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And Callum, have you been in about 6 weeks?
I think about 6-7 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. And how have you found it so far?
Really good, yeah. Like Monica was saying, the vibe is awesome. Everyone's so positive, and when a new member joins, and it's like everyone comes and welcome everyone and welcome guys and all that, which is awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool, isn't it?
And you're celebrating your first lead.
Yeah.
That's right.
6 weeks.
I believe you're going to be the youngest on this call. You'll be the youngest mostly in the community anyway, Callum. But if anything, we're all just jealous that you got there earlier than we did.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, indeed. So yeah, you're in the right place at the right time, mate.
Cool.
Ahead of schedule, I'd say.
Ahead of schedule. How has everyone's week been? For those of you that are on week 1, I believe it will probably be Brian, Shakila. Jenny, was you with us last week?
She was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was actually a challenge we had to do about the reading. I haven't done mine yet, but I'll get it done this week.
Well, there could be another one this week, Brian. So now you've got 2 challenges. They're backing up here.
2 challenges in.
But yeah, so you're absolutely right. Alex completed the challenge. Did you guys see Alex's go live?
I'm not sure.
No. I'll tag you in it if anything after. He done a go live and posted it onto the 30-day fast track group about the book The Magic. So he just kind of like shared how it's giving him a lot more energy and how he's affecting people positively around him because of his mood's changed, so it's changing the people around him as well. So yeah, it was really cool. So make sure you guys check it out. Give him some love, obviously, because we're all here together, and he's managed to complete that challenge. And it was his first go live. He did seem a little bit nervous, bless him.
Yeah, we're seeing go lives. First go lives every week. Yeah. I done one on Friday as well, I think it was.
Was it Friday?
I think you did, because I think I was watching while I was at work.
Still got the hang of things, but I'll get there.
We're all getting the hang of things, mate.
Aye, true.
Lily's still getting the hang of things, and she's in a bit in.
Sadly, in life, you learn something new every day, every week.
Yeah, definitely. Callum, are you watching the football by any chance?
No.
I am.
It's just these messages popping up.
Oh, is it?
I've got it on the tongue.
Sleeping on the last England game.
I saw you looking up and I was like, has he got a TV up there?
You fell asleep during the
Yeah.
I'm watching it.
Not on purpose.
acceptable. That's not acceptable.
Oh, Brian's got it on.
Don't silent.
You don't need the sound really, do you? Right then, guys. So, thank you for joining me to start with. Obviously, if you haven't completed last week's challenge, it's not kind of like a, compulsory thing to do. It's just to start getting you out of your comfort zone a little bit. and just to get you kind of sharing more personal things on your fan page. For those of you that weren't on week 1 call last week, the challenge was basically just to, on your fan page, either share a post, a picture, or a go live about the book you're currently reading. And it was basically just kind of like, yeah, because a lot of people tend to just post quotes and like quote pictures from Gary Vee and Tony Robbins and things on their fan page, which last week I said is great. However, all that you're doing is you're promoting Gary Vee and you're promoting Tony Robbins and not yourself. So yeah, last week's challenge was just to share kind of like a picture of the book, you holding the book maybe. What was that, sorry, Brian?
Sorry, goal or 1-0 France. Sorry.
1-0 France.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm going to mute you, Brian. No, I'm joking.
How many times a goal?
I just want to add, I actually posted a picture of the magic book on my fan page.
Ah, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. What was your kind of like write-up on it?
Same as Alex, really. It was really good. Gave me really positive vibes and stuff. I was just in a happy mood.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get kind of like a post put together, and I'm going to get everyone to like pop a link into their post that they do for each challenge. So what I'll do is if I get that kind of together tonight or tomorrow, I'll make sure to find your post, Keela, and also pop Alex's in there, and then you guys can just check on that post and have a look at how everyone's challenges are going. How's that sound? Cool. But yeah, so essentially the challenge was just to get you out of your comfort zone, get you in front of the camera, or at least just like your hand in the camera with a book, or your mug, whatever you want to put there. But yeah, it was just to kind of like get you on your fan page and not Tony Robbins and Gary Vee and everyone else that we can think of. But yeah, so if you haven't done that and you want to do that, just take a look at the end of last week's call and pop on and do that challenge. Stacey, are those unicorns?
No, they're elephants.
They are. No, they're unicorn fairy lights.
I thought you were talking about the thing on the
I've been looking at them for ages, like, are they unicorns? Right, okay, moving on. I'm so easily distracted. So this week is all about kind of business mindset, accountability partners, procrastination, stress management, law of attraction, and there is another challenge. So give me uno momento, and I'm going to get this loaded up for you. What is Prezi doing? Come on.
We just had an accountability chat, me, Brian, and Frankie, just before we jumped on here, actually.
Oh, did you? That's cool. Did you have a call or just like exchange messages?
I was the Zoom call, that.
Call.
Ah, well done, guys. What did you guys go through? Did you kind of like outline any goals or anything you're working towards, or any steps you want to take, or was it just kind of like an introduction call?
Yeah,
Introduction,
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. And Frankie was on there as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet. First off, are you guys happy with it being just the three of you, or do you want to extend the invitation, or what do you want to do?
We'd like to have a few more people on board. But,
okay. Well, we've got a few people on this call right now, so if any of you want, there we go, we've got a hand from Jenny.
I'd be there next time as well.
Yeah, and Callum. So if you guys have got a group chat going, Stace, do you want to get in on the action? Yeah, Stace is in on it. Monica, are you in?
Yeah, sure. I don't mind.
Right then, guys. Somebody take note of who's here, or I'll send you a screenshot of all the names. And yeah, just get everybody added into the group chat. And I'm just screenshotting you all. Sorry, I haven't caught even myself or Tom in the very best of angles.
Monica and Callum look the most normal. Congrats, guys. You can be screenshot.
Trying to get ready to post it.
But yeah, so with a big accountability group, it's great because you've got more people to like share ideas and like open the discussion more. Who is it? Mute you all. Just for a minute. I can't figure out who it is, so you're all getting muted. But yeah, so the great thing with a big group is that there's more people to kind of bounce ideas off. There's more people to kind of literally jump on a call, and I don't know, if one person isn't available, you've got 4 others, for example. So yeah, I'll send you a screenshot of all the names, Brian or Shaquille, as soon as you're in the group, and yeah, we'll get everyone added in, and you guys can keep each other accountable here on out. Don't be scared. Right then, so I'm going to jump into a screen share now, and we will crack on with these bits. Can everyone see us? Yeah, I've muted you all actually. Just give me some nodding heads. Forgot about that. Right then, so obviously this is week 2 of the 30-day fast track, and to start with, just wanted to talk about kind of like the business mindset and how to set yourself up for success. So this is something that it's taken even myself a long time to get to grips with, and it's only something I've really kind of put into place solidly, I'd say, over the past like 3 weeks. And that's just because when I was at work, it was so much easier to separate kind of like my personal time, my time on this business, and my time for work. But since leaving work, I always have my phone on me. There's never a laptop too far away. So if anything's happening, if new members are joining, if anybody messages me at whatever time of the day or night it might be, as Callum can probably tell you, I will literally like try and get back to everyone as soon as I can. But recently, over the past kind of like 3 weeks, I've been trying to kind of like separate my online and my offline time, and something I'd highly recommend for all of you. So here we've got 90-minute time blocks, and by that we mean just kind of like if you want to focus on writing a new ad or doing a page post or doing a go live, whatever it might be, try and like chunk your time together and get whatever you need to get done in that time period, and then just have some time to yourself and just disconnect from being online. For you guys, it will probably be all kind of new and shiny and all happy, but just when you guys kind of like think about leaving work, etc., just remember to allow yourself that time and not to feel guilty for stepping away from your phone as well. Distractions. How the 90-minute time blocks will help you with distractions. For me, like that, I can literally like, I could start doing something and then I'll think, oh, I was supposed to put some washing in. So then I'll go and do the washing downstairs. And then because I'm downstairs, I'm like, oh, I'll make a cup of tea, and oh, my sister's downstairs, so I'll speak to her. And then I get lost in this like world of nothing. And then I come back upstairs like an hour later, like, oh my God, I should have been doing this. Whereas if I separate an hour or 90 minutes and I say, right, I'm not moving until I've done this, then at least that task is done and I can move on and carry on with the rest of my night and do whatever I want. So yeah, whether you guys want to go to libraries, coffee shops, just so that you're in an environment where it's harder to be distracted in terms of, for me at home, I can literally wander off for hours and just do random things around the house. Whereas if I'm in a coffee shop or a library, I don't have that opportunity because I'm there with my laptop, I don't know anybody, and I'm just cracking on with work. Yeah, so that's my advice in terms of like setting yourself up for success and just getting done what needs to get done. I think I used this example last week, and I'm absolutely sure that Neil wouldn't mind me saying, but Neil, for example, was supposed to set up new ad accounts on the back of his like normal one ad account, and he kept meaning to set them up and every day something came up, another distraction, and he'd spend his time on that. And then it came to a point where he needed those new ad accounts and he hadn't set them up. So then he had no ad accounts. So he's had to recreate a whole new thing. So yeah, just make sure that the tasks that are like on the top of your list and need to get done, you're not allowing distractions to get in the way of that. For me, my best way to kind of sit down and crack on with something, or even when I step away, is to put my phone on silent. So I'll put it on silent, I'll do whatever I'm doing on the laptop, and then I'll go back to my phone. Or if I'm just like having family time, again, I can put my phone on silent so that I'm not constantly looking at that. And then when I'm ready, I can go and have a look at my phone and get back to people then. So that is kind of like how to sort your life out. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Tom on the spot and let him talk to you about how to respond to friends and loved ones about this opportunity. Tom, bear in mind though, Tom is I was going to say sassy. Tom is what's the word I'm looking for?
Polarizing.
Yeah, probably. He doesn't really care about people's opinions. That's where I'm going with that.
Yeah, so as Lily said, my opinion on people's opinions is I don't fuck off, mate. I don't care. To be quite blunt, their opinions don't matter to you and your success, and even regardless of who they are, whether they're your mom, dad, sister, brother, aunt, uncle, nan, granddad, doesn't matter. Even if it really doesn't matter who they are, if you listen to their opinions, it's only gonna affect you. In this case with this business, probably in a negative way, because they're not going to understand the processes that go into making this work, and it's not normal for them because they grew up in a time where the only option was the 9 to 5 and going to work and coming home and saving up for a house, having kids, settling down, building a retirement plan, and then retiring. And then starting to live. Whereas now we've got the power of the internet and we can start living properly and retiring by 25, 30. And then the rest of our life is...
Probably 21 for Callum, yeah.
Yeah, we'll ignore Callum though. Callum's an exception, he's a baller. He's going to be killing it.
I'm 29, so that means I've got like 6 months.
That's fine. You can do it. Set the goals. But yeah, my honest opinion, like I started this, and even before I started, I told everybody I knew what I was going to do. Like, I'm going to go and start this business. It's what I want to do. This is what it's going to enable for me. And a lot of them were like, just laughed at me and was like, just don't be stupid. You can't earn that type of money online. Can't really earn a living online. And I just said to them, well, I've just got into a relationship with a girl that's been doing it for the last 9 months, and if she can do it, then I can damn well do it. So you can shove your opinions up your arse. And even to this day, my auntie, it still tells me that I'm part of a cult and that it's not going to work, and that her friend that works at Google says that it's all a scam and that I'm going to just keep losing money, even though in about 2 weeks' time I'm going to have broken even. So if I can break even in 4.5 months, then anybody can. And
the only way is up. Yeah,
the only way is up. But you can't go backwards with this business, and everybody else's opinions, they can shove up their arse, as I told my family and friends.
But welcome to the cult, guys.
Yeah, welcome to the cult.
If you didn't know.
You'll receive your shipment of robes and hats soon.
Imagine. Monica's well up for it.
Monica's already got a guidebook.
I told things I'm insane.
But yeah, I cared a little bit more about people's opinions. I personally took the route of kind of, I told those that I knew would be happy for me or wouldn't be like really negative. And I just told the people closest to me when I first started and the people that needed to know, because I handed my notice in at work pretty soon. I told them, and my manager literally came up to me and he was like, "You're crazy." And I was just like, "You don't know what you're talking about." I was like, "All you've done since you left school was work here." So we had a bit of a heated discussion because he was just like, "I don't know what you're doing. I think it's ridiculous and I'll see you soon," sort of thing. The CEO said your job's always open because it's a relatively small company. And I was just like, okay, I completely understand, but you have been here for 11 years, so I'm not taking your opinion on board. And yeah, just kind of like, just pick and choose whose opinions matter.
Give me a sec, I'm getting the Fabled book out.
Loves this book. But yeah, whose opinions really matter. Sorry, Jenny, go ahead.
Oh, I didn't say anything there.
Who was it? Sounded like someone. I don't know. Right, what has Stace said? Exactly, they may have negative opinions, but once they see the success, they'll soon change their tune. As I've gone on, I've been caring less and less about other people think. If they're not going to support me, then screw them. We have 1,000 supporters already. Absolutely, Stace, 100%. And that's kind of like the point that I'm at or got to. I was very, very wary when I first started this about sharing anything on my personal page, just because of the friends I had from school, from college, from all previous jobs that I've had. And I didn't want that negativity to like impact and affect me personally. So it was actually kind of like a year, I think, pretty much, or was it a year?
What?
It was nearly a year that
you posted on your personal page.
I posted on my personal page.
Your 1 year anniversary of joining Project Q. Well, Project Q was
it was just, I think it was a little bit before, because Ryan and Rob had a challenge to post on your personal page, and yeah, that was a huge step for me because it was something I'd never done. It was something I wasn't completely comfortable with. But I got to that point that Stacey's on about, where I was just like, do you know what? It doesn't matter what they think. Because realistically, like the same as your job, if you got a job that people didn't like, are they the ones that are paying your bills? Are they the ones that are bringing the money in for you? They're not. So their opinion really doesn't matter. Right, have you got your quote ready?
Yeah. So the part of the 7 deadly wins is called be your own person. And then the psychopathic skill set is believe in yourself and have the courage of your convictions. And it says, if you were to put most decisions you make in life to a jury, 50% of the people would agree with your course of action, and 50% would disagree. And then Andy McNabb says, remember, you have the casting vote. You can't please all people all of the time, so why vote against yourself? I don't give a toss what other people think of the decisions I make. I mean, why would I?
I think that's a lie. Who was that? Oh, someone's really messing up, I think.
Might be my hand at the bottom of my phone, so my laptop's looking at it like pressing the phone.
I didn't hear you very well, Jenny, then, but I think it might be yours too. That's all I heard.
my laptop's in repair, and I don't think the mic's very good on my phone, so it's
okay. So my favourite part of this whole kind of part is you can't please all the people all the time, so why vote against yourself? And for me, that's the most important thing. Everyone can have their opinions, but it's your life, and I don't want to say YOLO, but I'm gonna say it.
It's the only thing that ever came out of our generation of teenagers that actually has any worth in the world.
Yeah.
And it was annoying as fuck when it started.
It was so annoying, wasn't it? Anyway, moving on. Right then. So, accountability partners. So obviously some of you have already paired up, which is absolutely amazing. I believe that's from when was it? A couple of global masterminds ago, Ryan and Rob were on about accountability partners. Is that when that came to head? I'm guessing so. I'm pretty sure it's when I seen comments from Frankie and Brian. But yeah, so accountability partners, choose someone or a group of people that you're going to be brutally honest with. And by that, I mean, if you are, for instance, my accountability partner is Laurie Brodigan, the lady that does the 30-day fast track program for the US and Canada. And for instance, we've got a kind of meeting on Friday, and our meeting is about Instagram TV. And it's because we both want to start it. We've both been procrastinating about it. And on Friday, if I still haven't done one, she's going to be able to see anyway, because she can just go and check out my Instagram and it won't be there. But if it was something that wasn't visually kind of open to Laurie, I am quite happy to sit there and be like, look, Laurie, I haven't done it, and I haven't done it for this reason or that reason. And if I just sat here and I was like, yeah, I've done it, it went okay, then all I'm doing is I'm lying to myself and I'm lying to her, and we both deserve more respect than that. And also, neither of us are going to get anywhere if we just kind of like brush things off and say that we've done things and be dishonest. So my first advice to all of you is, whatever goals you set or whatever kind of tasks or activities you want to complete, if you don't do it, it's fine. It's not a problem. But just be honest and just kind of say to people, look, I haven't done it and this is why. Because it's only going to help you learn and you improve then as well. So if you're procrastinating on something, for me it's Instagram TV. I'm not massively a fan of live videos.
It's not live.
Well, it's not live. I only found that out a couple of days ago though. But yeah, so what is it? Why is it that you haven't done that? Why are you procrastinating about it? What is it that's stopping you from taking those actions?
I think I need to get the book out again.
Oh gosh. Everyone buy this book.
Yeah,
Tom
buy this book,
it.
because then I don't have to quote it every week.
Have you got one?
Yeah, I do. Of course I do. I don't get the book out for no reason. I can honestly say, Andy McNabb, that the only time I ever feel like doing something is when I'm actually doing it. The decision to do it is always cold and clinical. So basically, if you've got something on your to-do list, just fucking do it. Simple as.
It's like, for instance, for the past 5 weeks, I've been going to the gym, and going to the gym was not my thing. Like now I enjoy it when I get there. Sometimes I do have to get out of bed and get straight into gym clothes in order to go. Otherwise, it will take me like 7 hours to get there. But it is just one of those things where if you just get up and you do it, it's done. Yeah. So if I don't go, the only person it's impacting is me. So just kind of like be honest and open with each other when you're having your accountability calls, when you're kind of chatting away in your group chat. And what you want to kind of outline are your goals for the next kind of 90 days, the next kind of 6 months, the next year, and just kind of really get clear about them. What are your expectations, and what are the consequences if you... I'm echoing somewhere, I think. What are the consequences? There we go. If you don't do those tasks or those activities or those small steps that build into a massive goal and your dream kind of lifestyle or whatever it is. Set up regular times to check in. So this could be a daily text message. It could be kind of a weekly call. I believe Brian, Shakila and Frankie have got kind of some time before this call kind of outlined at the moment. If that doesn't work for all of you, you could split off into 2 groups and have kind of a call on a Tuesday, a call on a Friday, however that works best. Just find a balance where you can get that in. And then, just revisit your goals and strategies monthly or as needed. So if, for instance, my goal this week is to record an Instagram TV, or at least plan one that I'm going to record next week, but I'm going to record it, and you guys can all hold me accountable next week. So yeah, for instance, if your goals are kind of like what's the word?
Time bound.
Time bound, that's the word I'm looking for. If your goals are time bound on like a weekly or 2 weekly, monthly period, just revisit those goals and just have a check up with everyone and just say, oh, I said I was going to do this week and here you go, I've done it, or I haven't been able to do it because this came up. And yeah, as I said, just be completely honest with each other and just really kind of outline your goals.
On the front of goals, in terms of reminding yourself of goals, I'd say do it daily, because if you've always got where you want to be in your head, then you're always going to be motivated to drive towards it. I think it's one of the reasons that I've been quite successful in this is the fact that every day I go to work, I see my goals in front of me on my duct tape vision board. And every day when I wake up, I go through my goals when I do my gratitude and my visualizations and stuff. And every day when I'm walking to the car or back from the car, or at least some point in the day, I'll think about where I want to be. And it's also a bit of law of attraction in that, which we'll get onto in a second. I'm sure I saw it on one of the slides, that you attract what you think about and what you want. So if you're thinking about your goals, the universe is only going to push them towards you.
Mic drop. I'm not going to drop it though.
No, I'll drop it. It's already got a dent in it, so it doesn't matter.
Right then. So, a weekly call with your coach. So this can be kind of like as and when you guys need it. We've got a low battery. Give me a moment. There we go. Yeah, so this could be kind of as and when you need it, but especially when you're first getting up and running and you're creating your new ads, and it might kind of get to a point where it's not necessarily a weekly call, it's just a message and you just check in every now and then throughout the week. But basically, these calls or these messages are just to discuss ads, your progress. If they've said to you, look, this week I think you should try and start doing go lives, or just share a like selfie or something personal on your fan page, whatever task or kind of assignment we've got written down here they give you, checking in with those and just revisiting your goals. For me, kind of you guys checking in with me if you're on my team, or checking in with your coaches, is really important, just because I need to know where you're at and what you need help with, as do your coaches. Your coaches need to know what point you're at, what you need help on. If you need them to kind of chase you about something, the more you can kind of discuss that, the better, because they'll be able to keep you in check and you'll be able to kind of meet your goals then as well. So yeah, that's all I've got on that. Procrastination. So, does anyone procrastinate?
Lily does. She's a doctor in it.
I'm a doctor. It's the only thing I'm a doctor in. I'm getting better. Obviously, I mentioned to you guys earlier that if I sit down to do something and then I think, oh, I've got to put the washing in, I'll go and put the washing on, and then I'll make a cup of tea, and then I'll fuss the dog, and then I'll just sit in the garden, and then before I know it, everyone's home from school and work, and I'm like, oh, the day's gone. But yeah, so procrastination basically comes down to just kind of either not being focused on your task, having kind of limiting beliefs. So even if it's a task that you like, for instance, writing an ad, if you've never written an ad before, or you've just hit kind of like a writer's block, you're just going to be kind of like, oh my God, I can't do this, or you'll just kind of disconnect yourself from it. And then you start procrastinating and doing other things that you probably shouldn't be doing or don't need to do. But yeah, kind of the most important thing to do is just to kind of like tackle it head on. Start noticing when you're procrastinating and what kind of gets you to that point, what emotions are attached to it. and just believe that kind of like your success, believe in yourself, like it's the key to your success. We've got written down here, and it absolutely is. Like if you sit there telling yourself you can't do something, then you're not going to want to do it, and you're not going to be able to do it. Whereas if you sit there and you're like, yeah, this, like, I can write an ad, I know exactly what I want to say, and you start brainstorming ideas, it makes it easier, and yeah, it just helps you kind of move past that block and really kind of crack on with what you wanted to do. So if you are a serial procrastinator like myself, just try and kind of take notice of, so for instance, I've set up the work time blocks where I will work for kind of like half an hour period, and then I'll go and just wander around the house and do whatever I want. But I know in that period of time, I've got to do whatever I've sat down and kind of set out for myself to do. But yeah, so if any of you struggle with procrastination, I'm always open to help you. I'll probably be procrastinating whilst helping you with your procrastination. But that's fine. We can get through it together. I just stubbed your toe. Right then, who is affiliated already? Throw your hands up in the air. Ooh, everyone.
What?
Who else? Was that Callum? Did you say what? You're already affiliated.
I'm trying to read this up to know what you said.
Yeah, I was just asking who's already affiliated. So are you all in the GPM Facebook groups? I believe Stacey is. I'm sure I added you a while ago. Anybody completely confused by what I've just said?
I couldn't find my I'm there, but I don't think I'm in it.
Okay, I'll get you added into those. Jenny, Callum, are you in?
I don't know what it is, so I'll go with no.
Okay, I'll check you out as well. Monica, do you think you're in?
I don't think so.
Okay, I'll add you in as well.
The GPM group, yeah, I'm out.
I think you're in, Brian. I think I already added you, didn't I?
Yeah, but are you around or something? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think I've added you. I will double check, however.
So yeah, I'm in at the minute. I am in it. Like, yeah.
Okay, cool.
What does GPM stand for?
Global Prosperity Movement.
There you go. So,
Right, Jenny, you've been added to the first one.
So just to kind of give you a little bit of context to the GPM Facebook groups, when you all joined CEO Movement, you watched the launch blueprint video, and there's a man on there called Balazs that talks. He's from Hungary, lives in Canada. But yeah, so basically the GPM groups are Balazs' groups, and that's where we all kind of stem from, essentially, in the Enagic kind of downline, if that makes sense. So yeah, this group is like a group of massively global community that are from all over the world in all different teams. And yeah, they're all kind of like, there's 3 different groups now. There's a GPM group where they share kind of like success stories about people in that community. So for example, when you guys start ranking up, you will have, like, your coach will put posts about you in there. And then there is another group called Ukon and Kangan. So that group is all to do with the products, and people will share kind of like information on there and any tips or anything like that. And then there's also another group called Elixir of Life. And on that group, there are testimonials about the products and how they've helped people with different various kind of like health problems. Right. So yeah, they're all great to check out.
Brian, Jenny and Callum, you've been added to all 3.
Right,
Also, Monica, I don't have you as a friend, so I can't add you. And
I will ask Camilla to
okay,
friend
cool.
me. Yeah, thanks.
And then I'll get Shakila added in as well. So that's great. But yeah, guys, you will have to wait a short period of time.
Stacey's just been added.
Oh, she's not in one of them. One of them's quite new though. Yeah, so you'll have to wait a short period of time to get accepted into the group. That's just because
there's 6.5
it's private,
members.
so it just needs to be kind of confirmed by Balazs. So yeah, that's those groups, and now you've all been added, or you will be shortly.
Isn't there supposed to be like a live every Monday on the GPM group? Like a live.
Yeah.
There wasn't one on a Monday like yesterday.
Was there not? It was last weekend. I think I want to say Balaz was travelling, maybe at an Anagic event somewhere, so that might be why. But yeah, generally there is a go live mastermind on a Monday night in the GPM groups as well.
It's like 2 a.m. for us though.
Yeah, so I usually catch the replay or something. But yeah, it's always great value about different aspects of the online world, business, and it's always great to hear from somebody that's in the same business as us, but not in the same community. So it's a different point of view, it's a different aspect on everything, and it's just another point of view for you to take in mind. So
they have regular guest speakers as well. Like Adrian Wesley got introduced to this community because he did a mastermind on GPM. And a lot of people from the community took value from that, so we got him involved here as well.
Yeah, I watched the mastermind like from a few months back on it.
Yeah.
On Balaz it was, didn't it?
Balaz, yeah.
Balaz, yeah. I watched one. I think it was from April or something.
Yeah, he does do a lot. He's very what do I want to say? Like, I don't want to say easy to understand, but he gets his point across very easily.
He's clear speaking and he's really passionate. So
he's really passionate and he's just very consuming. So yeah, he's really great to listen to and always has really great tips. He's been doing this probably the longest. He's been doing it for, I want to say, 6 or 7 years now. So great value and great knowledge to share. So make sure you check those out.
Was he doing it like traditional way?
Yeah, he did start doing it traditional. He actually had bowel problems himself, so his mum introduced him to the water, and now him, his mum, his brother, his wife, I want to say her family, but I'm not sure, are all Anagic distributors. They're all kind of like 6A 2-3 and above. So it's a great kind of inspirational story across that family. Definitely worth kind of checking out.
Cool.
Yeah, the one I seen that I watched today was from like April. He was talking about people who've like hit 6A and 6A free and stuff. He says like some people try and hack their way through the ranks by like buying their own lanes, if you know what I mean. Like buying their own products, and then when they get to 6A and 6A 2, they don't have any team members so they start making good commissions. So like they're cheating their way up there. He says like not to do it that way, do it the way that the system says to do.
Yeah, definitely, mate. But yeah, everyone check those out. Also, we've got down here just beware of friend requests that you might receive.
I've had about 100 of them all weekend.
Monica's smiling very wide, so I'm guessing she's had a
full-time job.
I actually had one from a guy called George Brown from America. He was telling me he has there's a few CEO members that are mutual friends with him, and he was telling me that his daughter was knocked down by her neighbour's car, and he wants to join the movement, but he doesn't have the money. So then I was like talking to him and stuff, and then he started saying, can you pay anything towards the bills? I don't have any money and stuff.
Yeah.
And all. I was just like, I didn't reply it.
I actually saw his friend. He friend requested me, but I declined because I clicked onto his friend request, had a scroll down. The first thing on there was like a GoFundMe, which is fine, but I've had the same thing before where you accept a friend request and then straight away it's like, can you send me money? And I just had a feeling, so I actually declined that one. But yeah, just
something much worse than money. I'll say that for nothing.
It's all right because I got added by Peter Andre's only ever song the other day. Mysterious Girl added me as a friend. It was awesome. It was like, oh my gosh.
The ones I laughed at were like, there's these women on me, and then I go into their profile to see if they're real, and then it says it's like this big post saying photos of my niece or something. Like I just be like, decline that. Fuck that. Like 20 accounts. What the fuck are they coming from?
Yeah, it is never ending. There is a never ending stream of crazes on the internet, unfortunately. But yeah, and the thing is as well, some people will add kind of like 20 people in the community, and everyone will accept them because they've got somebody else as a mutual friend, and they probably won't speak to 20 or 30 of the people that you have in mutual friends, but they'll speak to you. And then you're like, why did I accept this person? But if you're ever kind of like getting any grief from anyone or just messages that you're uncomfortable with, I've had people messaging me asking me to split up with Tom and marry them and all kinds of stuff. So it's very fun sometimes. But yeah, just kind of like just block, delete them, and delete the messages from your messenger, just so that it releases all that energy, that negativity. You're not going to see it again, and it's over. But yeah, my best advice is just to see who they've got as mutual friends. As I say, sometimes that can still kind of mess you up, because some people will just go down and accept everyone just so that they've gone, and then, as I say, one person might not say anything to 20 people, but they'll say something to you. But just kind of like laugh about it, and yeah, just block, delete and move on. But generally, also what I tend to do is I will just go onto the CEO movement page, and you can search in there. So if you're on mobile, it's at the top, it will say search in CEO movement. So if I get loads of friend requests, I'll just pop their names into the CEO movement page. And if they don't come up as a member or they've been welcomed, I don't accept. So yeah, that's another top tip for you guys.
Yeah, I'm going to start doing that myself.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But yeah, I've had times when I think at one point, like Ryan, Nate, Rob, I think I even accepted her. Remember that weird girl that was like basically naked on her profile picture?
No,
I think Tom accepted her at some point, or showed me her, and I was like, whoa. But yeah, everybody had just accepted her because they'd just seen like a normal face picture. And then Ryan sent a message round to everyone that was friends with her and was like, I highly recommend everybody unfriend this person. And we were like, oh, okay. But yeah, just be mindful. As I say, there's plenty of people that want to connect with you online, to say the least. Right then, does anyone get stressed? I don't massively I get a little bit stressed, but not like really stressed.
Yeah, not really, just,
I get stressed with my job quite a lot.
Do you?
Yeah.
What do you do, sorry, Jenny?
I work for like a modern apprenticeship training provider, so business development and recruitment. I'm only supposed to do one, but my apprentice left, so I'm 2 people.
Oh no. That's not the kind of thing you want to be. 2 people at once.
No, definitely not.
underpaid right there.
Yep.
So if you guys are struggling with feeling quite overwhelmed or stressed or just kind of like bogged down sometimes, there are obviously things that you can do to kind of relieve that. Some things we spoke about last week in terms of meditation. So yeah, if you're not already meditating in the morning, that could be quite a good thing to set you up for the day. Morning meditations, and there's apps such as Breathe or Calm. I used to use an app called Meditations. So it was like an app that would be, you'd set a meditation to put you to sleep, and you'd also set one as an alarm to wake you up. So yeah, there's also that one. Generally, myself and Tom just tend to use YouTube for meditation, and we absolutely love the Honest Guys, they're called. Really, really good meditations from those. I really like the Esther Hicks and Jerry Hicks, like Law of Attraction meditations. The 1 or 2 that Tom's listened to, you haven't been a massive fan of, you?
What?
That Esther and Jerry Hicks.
I don't know what it is about it. It just
doesn't sit with you.
No, I think it's their voice. It just
can't out that, can you?
I just say, see, in the mornings, I want to try and start doing it in the mornings this week, but I get up at 6:30. I'm so tired. So see, just the thought of sitting with my eyes closed, I would probably just fall asleep again.
No, I should tell you what you've got to do. When you wake up, the best thing to do is jump straight out of bed and expose your eyes to natural light. And that'll set off a chemical reaction in your brain that releases endorphins and stuff into your body and wakes you up. Science, nerd.
A cold shower will help us.
Yeah,
Not that
literally
cold, but like coldish.
shower and coffee.
Yeah.
First thing when I wake up.
I tend to, in order so that I stay awake, because I did have genuinely a period of time where I'd meditate and just go back to sleep. And then I'd wake up at like midday, like, what has happened?
That's what I think I would do.
Yeah, so what I tend to do now is when I wake up first thing in the morning, I generally need the toilet. So I'll go to the toilet and then I'll just splash my face with cold water. And then that's it. I'm like, I can't go back to sleep now. So I'm generally okay after that. In terms of kind of what time you're getting up and just meditating at that time, myself and Tom listen to a 4-minute meditation every now and then.
It's cracking. The voices, I think I'm over that now. I just listen to it for the music. It just pumps me up.
Yeah, it's really, really good. So it is The Honest Guys, isn't it?
The Honest Guys, you are amazing.
You are amazing. But if you want me to send that over to you, Jenny, just let me know and I'll pop you the link for that, because
you can't go to sleep when this banging music's on.
Nah, it's like it really pumps you up and you're like, yeah, I'm ready to go. It's like that bloody music before the boxing or something when they come jumping in.
Like Eye of the Tiger or something.
Rude sandstorm in the morning.
Yeah, no, that sounds good, because the meditations I've got are like
quite mellow,
chilled out, so
yeah.
I would just be out of the count.
Yeah. What we'll do is we'll send that over to you, and then once you get added into this accountability group, you can send it to everyone.
Okay, perfect.
But yeah, so that's really good in terms of morning meditation. In fact, it's probably mine and Tom's favourite one. Like, even if we've got half an hour to spare, we'd probably still listen to like the 4-minute meditation.
I'd probably say that it's simply because it's easy listening, and even though we've probably listened to it over 100 times now, it works a treat every single time.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll make sure to get that sent over for you. But yeah, in terms of like stress management, obviously meditation's really good. That one would probably be really good as well, Jenny, just like on your lunch break, sit and listen to that. The first thing it says on it is
what's the lunch break?
It says something like, no matter how you feel, smile, because even a smile that's forced or a fake smile makes you feel better. So throughout this meditation, you feel a little bit crazy, but you're sat there with your eyes closed smiling, and the music's really uplifting, and you just can't help but be happier and like more uplifted and positive. So it could even be something just really quick that you could do on your lunch break, or whenever you were like, I don't know, just caught up in things and just needed that break and just some time to yourself.
Yeah. I love there's the Tibetan gong meditation, which kind of brings you awareness in the moment. Like you feel, I'm alive. Like just move your hand and feel that everything is amplified. You can see things better. You can hear things better. Or the hand drum. It's like an instrument.
Mm-hmm.
It's really soothing as a sound. It's really nice.
Oh, very nice. I've wrote both of those down to check out. Thank you.
Of course.
But yeah, so focus breathing as well. That's basically meditation without music or the guidance. And yoga, going for a walk, exercise, and just being in nature, just kind of like being outside and just in the elements. But yeah, so there's obviously some tips. I'll make sure to get the 4-minute meditation sent over to Jenny and on to all of you. But yeah, so if any of you kind of struggle with that, or you're getting stressed out about things, or you need to just kind of like separate things or take a break, just let someone know if things are getting a little bit much for you in terms of the online world, or even if your offline life is affecting your availability and ability online. Just let us know and we'll help you the best way that we can. I mean, I went through a period of time where last year, just after I quit my job, I almost had this like vision of quitting my job and falling into this amazing kind of morning routine and just kind of like getting on with online stuff and then just having all this freedom to do whatever I wanted. And I'd kind of like built myself up for failure almost, because I tried to follow Ryan Roberts' morning routine and it didn't work for me because it wasn't my morning routine. It wasn't something that sat right with me. So it took me a while to kind of like fall out of that, feel like a little bit of a failure sometimes, and then kind of get over it and build myself back up. So whatever kind of emotions you guys are going through, there's somebody that's been through it and there's somebody that can help you. Especially the guys that have been doing this for a little bit longer, kind of up to a year. We can definitely kind of give you a hand and point you in the right direction. So don't ever be scared to kind of like ask for help, ever. Yeah, that's all. And then balance. So in my last workplace, we had this, one of our values was a work-life balance. And I think that's probably one of the things I will carry with me from Beaverbrookes throughout the rest of my life, is to find that work-life balance. And why is it important? Because otherwise kind of you sit with family and friends and you're constantly checking your phone and you're never really in the moment with them. And then equally, if you're doing that, you're never really in the moment with the person you're messaging on your phone, because you're kind of one eye there, one eye there. And if you're speaking to new members, if you're speaking to leads, if you're speaking to people that want to know about this opportunity, you want to be completely committed to them and helping them join your team. So find that balance, find whatever works for you, and kind of allow yourself that time to spend time with family and friends and have fun and kind of be on vacations guilt-free, and also have that time to kind of respond to online things and leads and people in the community. And yeah, we've got down here just kind of a balance for some people. I know there are people in the community that love to kind of, Sarah Jo, for instance, loves to play the guitar, and she actually done a go live playing her guitar not long ago. So whatever it is that kind of helps you step away, invest some time into that, invest more time into that, and just enjoy the freedom that this opportunity allows, without neglecting it, if that makes sense. Rightio. Has anybody looked into the law of attraction?
I've watched What's the Secret? And
yes.
The first 5 chapters of the...
Seen Mary's video.
Yes.
Is it Mary?
Yeah, it's Mary. It's always Mary. If it's to do with the law of attraction, it's Mary.
Yeah. I have as well. I'm getting right into it. I love it. It definitely works.
Yeah.
I bought the book that she was reading, The Wisdom of the Shamans.
Ooh.
It's really interesting, but I just started it.
Well, you'll have to let us know how you get on with that, Monica.
Yeah, we'll do.
I haven't read that one myself. But yeah, so basically when I first started, and Tom will tell you, especially when he first started, he thought I was crazy to start with.
I did. I spent. So we got together at the start of November, and then by December, like, she'd been on these bloody trips to Sheffield or wherever it was, and off to Budapest with these random geezers from the internet. And it came to the point where I was like, "What the bloody hell are you doing?" And then she told me about it, and I was like, "So would I be able to do it?" And she was like, "Yeah, of course you would." And then all of January and most of February, I was just telling them it was all bullshit. Even though in those 2 months, like,
I obviously didn't go off to work anywhere.
She never went to work. She was texting me all day non-stop. She'd given me access to the training area. I'd watched all the videos, been to the masterclass, done everything that there was possible that I could possibly do before getting involved, and I still said it was horseshit.
And then I was like, oh, and we also believe in the law of attraction. And he was like, what?
And then I'd probably say about a week after that conversation, I watched the launch blueprint again, and I was like, I want a trifecta now.
But yeah, so if any of you guys right now are just thinking that it's a little bit airy-fairy and you don't really know kind of much about it, or kind of you're unsure of it, that's completely fine. Just kind of watch The Secret. Brian's watched it. It's on Netflix, isn't it, Brian? Is it still on there?
Netflix, still on. Just type in The Secret and then it's the first one that pops up.
Yeah. So it's still on Netflix. Check out The Secret, the documentary, the video. Don't know what it's called. Yeah, make sure you guys check that out and just kind of like, I don't know, just try and think of scenarios in your life where the law of attraction might have come into play. That was kind of the eye-opening moment for myself. I shared a post on my fan page a while ago now, but I want to say in 2013, I believe, whilst I was kind of like going through university and absolutely hating that process, I created a travel plan, handwritten. I got some travel brochures from SDA Travel, and I kind of like, I put this travel plan on my bedroom wall. I cut out all kinds of crazy stuff around it, like adventure and go now, explore, and all kinds of stuff around it. And on that plan, it said 2016. Now, between 2013 and 2016, I kind of went through university. I had 2 jobs, I believe, within that period of time. My mum was suffering with cancer. We moved house. A whole lot of stuff happened in that period of time. And when we moved house, that little kind of handwritten travel plan didn't come with me. It was left on the bedroom wall in my old house. And in 2016, I went traveling for 6 months, and I went to kind of all around Southeast Asia and over to America. And those were like majority of what was on my list. The only other things were Peru and Tanzania, which are Africa and South America, completely different parts of the world. So yeah, that was kind of, and then it wasn't until really I was stalking my Instagram page probably kind of around October time last year, and I was stalking it because I was kind of having a clear out. I wanted to turn it into a business profile, so I wanted to delete anything that was just a little bit weird off there. I've had it for a while, so I had to do that clear out. And as I was scrolling through, I saw this travel plan that I'd taken a picture of in 2013. And I was sat there and I was like, oh my God. I was like, as if. And I was literally like, I don't know. I was at that moment in time, I was like, I can't believe that happened. And at that point, I completely forgot about that travel plan. I'd completely forgot I'd even written it. I completely forgot it was even on that wall. And I'd probably looked at it for the best part of 2 years. So that was my kind of like the first kind of thing that I can pinpoint for law of attraction and how it affected my life. But yeah, just kind of if you are kind of a little bit in disbelief, if you are a little bit airy-fairy about it, just kind of take a look through the events that have happened in your life and why they might have come into play. And then just kind of open your mind a little bit and believe in something you can't see. But yeah, so generally the kind of law of attraction focus is that what you focus on expands. So if you focus on negativity is going to expand. If you focus on the positive will expand. And basically your thoughts become your reality, and your thoughts become your beliefs, and your beliefs become your actions. So you might have heard quotes about kind of this area before, not necessarily described as the law of attraction, but I've definitely heard quotes of your thoughts become your beliefs, and your beliefs become your actions. I don't know who that quote's from.
Think it, believe it, achieve it.
Think it, believe it, achieve it. That was my school motto, actually. Really weird. But yeah, so yeah, I've definitely seen quotes about it before, even before Project Q, CEO, Project Q1, everything. And it is right, because what you focus on, what you think, you do essentially do. So if you don't want to go to the gym, you're not going to go to the gym. My thoughts just affected my actions. But if you constantly focus on the positive and you're focusing on your goals, then yeah, and you're taking steps towards that, whether it's law of attraction, whether it is you and sheer willpower and your determination and your motivation, again, it could be that. But either way,
Oh, it's the same way.
Yeah, just be positive, be grateful, and all good things will come to you. But yeah,
I
so
have an example of how that's kind of been working. So I'd said I like recruit apprentices. So we get loads of applicants that come down. In Scotland, they have to be aged between 16 to 19. And I would say out of maybe 100 applicants, there's like 10 good ones. So it's really rare to kind of find good people. And I've just been like visualizing the inbox filled with good applications. And today I was going through it, and there was probably about 20 to 25 good applications, which is probably the amount we get in a week that came in over the weekend. So I was like, this never happens, which is amazing.
And obviously that makes your job easier, doesn't it?
Yeah, so much easier.
Oh, that's really cool. And it's just something little, like, and also with that, you're helping yourself and you're helping someone else.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's really great. Something that myself and Tom, we went to the Enagic event in Dusseldorf not too long ago, and something that was it Dr. Kaz?
Probably
Dr. Kaz, who's like
he spoke about 3 hours. So
Dr. Kaz, who is Mr. Oshiro's like right hand man. Mr. Oshiro pretty much takes him everywhere or sends him to Enagic events. Because Dr. Kaz can speak English and he can speak Japanese, and obviously Mr. Oshiro can't speak English.
Dr. Kaz speaks and you like, I'm listening.
You're so absorbed by him, his energy and his enthusiasm, and he's just got this vibe about him where you're like, oh my God, I love Dr. Kaz.
And he speaks by himself in the third person and it's ace.
Yeah, he's like, oh, and Dr. Kaz. And you're like, well, you're Dr. Kaz? Anyway, but yeah, something that Dr. Kaz said at the Enagic event was that you need to find a goal that's bigger than yourself. So that isn't monetary, and it is just kind of like, whether it's, for instance, Jenny, for you right now, the law of attractions come into play perfectly because you're helping yourself with an easy workload and you're also helping other people, which is absolutely amazing. So he said in order for things to kind of like really work out and just to kind of stick, basically like monetary goals are easy to fall off the bandwagon and easy to kind of separate yourself from, whereas if it's something that's true to your heart and true to yourself, you'll be more likely to follow through with it. So whether it is your family, whether it's your friends, getting them into a better financial position or better kind of like emotional, physical position, whatever it is, you're more likely to follow through with that goal because you're helping someone other than yourself. For some people it might be to rid the planet of single-use plastics or whatever it is. If the goal is bigger than yourself, it's more likely to stick and you're more likely to follow through with it. So maybe just bear that in mind when you're thinking of your goal setting as well. And if you want to travel and you want to see the world, what goal is attached to that that's bigger than you? So I don't know, you want to positively impact other people's lives, you want to impact your own life. For me, I've always loved volunteering, so for me it would be helping out other kind of countries and other people in situations that aren't in as good a situation as I am, or positions, whatever that might be.
I've made a list of things that I would do if I got to quit my job, and that is one of the number one things is we'll go travelling but also volunteer and help other people.
Yeah, that's great.
I hear you.
Then travelling's on everybody's.
Yeah.
It's not on mine. Hate it.
He's lying. Ignore him. And if he's not, I'm leaving him. No, I'm joking.
Nasty.
I feel it's important to kind of take a decision. So when you say, I want to do that and I want to do this, but you don't really take decision within you, things won't really take a direction. So you have to state to the universe that this is what you want, and you're going to that path, and you take all the necessary tools to achieve it.
Yeah, definitely, Monica. I think partly that's what I'd done when I started CEO. I was like, this is what I want to do, and I handed my notice in at work. I was in 3 weeks. I handed my notice in. I had an 8-week notice period, so I still had a bit of a cushion and a bit of time to kind of get to grips with this opportunity and start speaking to people and getting them involved. But I was so committed to making this work that I was like, I'm done with that part of my life. I'm done with that job. This is going to work. There is no other choice but committing to this. And it is just making that decision and being bold about it sometimes. I'm not telling you all to quit your jobs, but whatever kind of...
I'm just going to start a new job soon. So.
Are you? Oh, that's really cool though.
Yeah, I'm actually looking for a new job.
Temporary.
What was that, Brian?
Oh yeah, sorry. My focus is at the moment is on looking for a new job. So
yeah,
probably the next couple of weeks I'll have one. Like I've just told myself I'll get one, and that's it.
Yeah, absolutely. And you've made that decision, and that job will help you kind of with this opportunity as well, and it will help you towards that bigger goal, and the goal you set for 6 months or a year or whatever period of time it is.
Yep.
That you end up kind of leaving that job. But yeah, everyone's kind of journey and steps in this whole process is different. So never compare yourself to someone else's journey. We're all on our own separate paths. But yeah, in terms of the law of attraction, if you just make that decision and you say, look, this is what I'm going to do, and you make the necessary steps, you are positive and you're being grateful, then it's only going to happen sooner. So also, do any of you do like positive affirmations, I am statements at the moment?
Yes, I'm just trying to figure out how I can record my voice so I can listen to myself actually, because I think it's more effective. I haven't looked into it yet.
If you want to do it on a laptop, you can download Audacity, which is free.
Oh, okay.
Might be a mobile app.
Isn't that a platform for courses?
Do you use iPhone?
No, I have a Android.
There is a voice recorder app on most Androids.
Yeah, I'll check.
Also, is Camilla your coach?
Yeah.
Yeah, Camilla recorded her voice. Maybe just ask her how she done it.
Sure. Oh.
She might be able to help you. I haven't personally done it, but any of you that don't know what the hell me and Monica are on about, Camilla actually, instead of just kind of like every morning reading her I am affirmations from a book, she found it best to record her own voice saying them. So she sat down for kind of a period of time over an evening, recorded her own voice and put kind of a soundtrack to that as well that was appropriate for her and that she liked. And I haven't had a listen, but I can imagine some of them were just like, I am successful, I am happy, I am living my best life. And it's just kind of affirming to yourself everything positive, because sometimes you can wake up in the morning, you see something on Facebook and someone's on holiday again and you go, oh, I wish I was on holiday, I can't do this, I can't do that, I'm not this, I'm not that. And you don't realise, but that can really affect the rest of your day and it can affect you. So positive I am affirmations are really good first thing in the morning. And yeah, Camilla's recorded them, and then on her way to work or whatever it might be, she just puts her earphones in and listens to herself telling herself positive affirmations. So yeah, if that will work for you guys, check it out. If you need any tips, you can always message Camilla. I'm sure she'll be able to give you a hand. And then also we've got down towards the bottom The Magic, which most of you are reading or have read, I believe, or is probably next on your list.
I'll sit in my drawer.
If you're still in the drawer, you're gonna have to read it.
I read the first 5 chapters and then fell away from it, but I'm gonna get back it.
Yeah. A while ago, one of the guys that was on one of our UK masterminds said that, so I'm taking it out of context a little bit, but he said that basically in order to break like an addiction, it takes 20 days. So for me, for something to like absorb and sink in, and for you to create a new habit, which it might be kind of reading The Magic, it could be morning routines, whatever it might be, I kind of put that down to, again, like a 20-day schedule where I'm like, okay, if I can get to day 20, I can do it forever. So yeah, if it takes that long to break a habit, it probably takes that long or a little bit longer to build it. So just keep persevering. I know it's hard. I read The Magic. I read to page 8, and then this was kind of last September. I read to page 8, chapter 8, and obviously the start of the book says if you miss a day, you go back 3 days. So I got to chapter 8 and I went on a girls' weekend away and I forgot the book. So by the time I got back, I was literally back to like day 1, and I was like, oh my God, no, I can't do this. But yeah, just persevere. And obviously kind of you've heard Jenny's kind of take on that. You've heard Shakira's take on that. Alex done his go live and said that it's just making him feel so positive and so happy and affecting the people around him. So it is a great book. It can take a little bit of getting used to though. But give it another try, Brian.
Yeah, definitely will.
The Secret to Money app. I don't actually have this. Do you know of this?
What?
The Secret to Money app.
No.
This is something that Laura's popped in here. You do usually have, oh no, I don't know who mentioned it before as well. But check it out. I think it's basically just like positive affirmations towards money daily. And then also Money and the Law of Attraction by Esther and Jerry Hicks. So that is the meditation that Tom doesn't like. But I really like it and it's really, really good. So if any of you want a link to that, it's pretty easy to find. If you literally type in Money and Law of Attraction, Esther and Jerry Hicks, you'll find it on YouTube. About 10 minutes, 15 minutes long. But yeah, really good meditation to listen to. And anything Law of Attraction, check out Esther and Jerry Hicks if you don't already. Right then. Vision boards. Mine's over there. So have you guys, I know Mary done a go live, not a go live, a mastermind not too long ago about vision boards. Does anybody have one already? Anybody in the process of creating one? Or no, not yet?
No. Do you have to write them or could it just be like anything?
So Tom's is literally a piece of masking tape on his computer at work.
Don't downplay it with masking tape.
What is it then? Okay, Tom's is duct tape.
The most useful tape in the world.
But it's basically just something that you will see that has your goals on there, something you're working towards, something visual or whatever works for you. Tom's is, what was it? Duct tape. Tom's is duct tape with written on there like 6A by this day, this amount of money by this day, go to Sri Lanka and Bali. So yeah, it can be literally anything. Do you want me to show you mine? Give me a second. Mine's a little bit crazy though, just to warn you. Oh God. Sorry. So the middle says first in the mind and then in reality. So this is my vision board. I see it every single day. I basically have on there like places that I want to travel to. This is all about being happy and fabulous and ready to take action. Progress, ranks that I want to achieve. So 6A2 is on there. And then this side is just kind of like, this side is all family and like CEO movement, 6A2-2. I've got a picture of Richard and Ryan and Adam and me. This is another one of our meetups, which Stacey's on. Say hello to yourself, Stace. Richard again, Nick and Danielle. And the same down here. Oh, Stace, you're on here twice. Stacey's down here as well. So come to the meetups, guys, because then you get to be on my vision board. But yeah, so that is mine. As I say, it's a little bit crazy, but that's kind of, if you could see the inside of my mind, that is it. But yeah, it doesn't have to be too fancy, just whatever works for you. That works for me. It's quite visual, quite fancy. But yeah, just kind of have some emotion in there, something that you're really like happy and something that fuels your passion and something you want to work towards. And then in terms of manifestation, so in module 1 on the questionnaire, you were asked to describe your perfect day. And basically, if you were to have a look at that again, and just kind of write it out and read it every morning and every evening, or just one or the other, whatever works for you. Again, it's just kind of defining what you want from life and just saying to the universe, this is what I want and this is what I'm going to do to go and get it, sort of thing. So with your manifestation, you want to use all of your senses. So when you wake up that morning, where are you? What can you hear? What can you smell? What can you feel if the window's open? Like where you lay? I don't know. Did you wake up on a beach? Did you wake up in silk sheets somewhere? Like literally, what are your senses experiencing in that moment? And that's when kind of the law of attraction really comes into play, when you can imagine yourself being in that moment and in that environment, and just read that aloud daily. So if you want to kind of, that's literally really, really, really brief kind of update on vision boards and manifesting. But if you want to know more about it and actually look into it further, as I say, Mary did do a global mastermind about them not too long ago. So make sure you check those out. Right then. So obviously week 1 was the share a book that you're currently reading on your fan page, whether it's a go live, a post or a photo. And this week's challenge is the go live challenge. So by being here, you have volunteered to do this challenge. But don't be scared if you're not ready to do it on your fan page, on your personal page, whatever avenue, Instagram. Do it in the community. Do it on the CEO movement page. Do it in the 30-day fast track page. Just kind of like your first few. My very first one was done in the CEO movement page. I was still really scared, but I got through it, and I'm here speaking to you guys now, which I wouldn't have been able to do like a year ago. So practice makes perfect. But for your first kind of go live challenge, you can either kind of talk about how you found this program so far. So especially if you were on week 1 as well, and any changes you've made to your life since joining CEO. So have you implemented a morning routine? Have you kind of stepped away from negative people? Have you had a clear out of your Facebook? I've done that. It's quite cleansing actually, if anyone wants to do that. Whatever it is, what changes have you made? Also, obviously, Alex done his go live on a book, so you can do it on books. How are they impacting you? If you're doing it on your fan page, would you recommend this book to someone else? Would you recommend it to your followers? Or who recommended this book to you? And how has that had an impact on you or them? Or you could share your story, or literally any value you have to share. Obviously, you've all come from different life experiences into this environment. Monica, I believe you do some kind of marketing already. Am I right? Am I wrong?
Yeah, I work in digital media.
Okay, so you might have a completely different avenue of value to share with our community. So if you want to do a go live on that, absolutely go ahead.
Yeah, I'll think about the topics I want to share.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then I'll share it.
Let me have a look at this chat. Who's in there? Stace. Oh, that's great, Stace. I used to love your your go lives. That one, was it Kai that lost his glove? Stacey's brother, they were out in the snow and she done a go live, and yeah, he lost his glove, or he couldn't get it on, one of the two. But yeah, to be fair, actually, Stacey, when I saw your post today in the CEO movement, part of me went, I wish you'd done this as a go live. So even if you just kind of, I don't know, just say that post in a go live. But yeah, whatever it is, literally go for it. Brian's done it now. He's becoming a pro, aren't you, Brian?
What was that?
I said you're becoming a pro at go lives, aren't you?
Oh yeah. I heard there was noise background there. Yeah, I'm gonna try and do one every week and just keep it going.
Yeah, once you've started them, just try and keep the momentum going.
They are addictive. Like,
yeah.
I did one maybe 2 weeks ago. I did one yesterday, and I'm like
itching for
raring to go. I've got like about 4 ideas just sitting in my head.
I always see Grant talks to them, and then it makes me want to do them as well. It's like when he does them, he makes it look really good, and I'm like, I want to do this.
Yeah, and again, even if it's not on your fan page, even if it's just in the CEO community, like, it's you stepping out of that comfort zone and it's building yourself up, ready to kind of go onto your fan page and do those go lives. And again, all that's going to do is if somebody checks out your fan page, they'll be able to see that you're speaking to them on a video live, and they'll just believe you and your situation even more. Callum can kind of hold me to this, but when Callum was kind of looking to get involved in the community, he was messaging me, and I might have even been on a 30-day call or a mastermind, I can't remember, but I took a picture for him and it had the date and time in the bottom corner, and I was like, look, I'm on this call right now, it is real, it is not a scam. Yeah, I was like, look, Callum, it's real. But yeah, so if somebody is kind of going onto your fan page and all you've got on there are quotes from other people, they're not going to know who you are and they're not going to connect with you as a person. So just kind of put yourself out there and brand yourself. That's a go live I've been thinking of doing, actually, Thomas.
Is it?
Yeah.
Get on with it then.
We've got go lives coming your way. But yeah, so that is the challenge for this week. I know it is a big ask for some people. Some people aren't very comfortable speaking live on camera. But honestly, my best advice is, if you are not ready to do it on your fan page or your personal page, just do it within the community. Again, everybody has been there. Everybody's done that very first go live, and everybody's like pooed their pants. So you're no different, and everyone will be there to support you. But yeah, so I will create a post that I will tag you all in, and you can pop links there, or even just pop a message saying going live in 2 hours or whatever it is, and we'll get something sorted so that we can keep track of these challenges. But yeah, that's all we've got for today. And there we go. See all your lovely faces again. This light is really bad for us today. It went really dark.
Fine. It's
so
fine. I look fine. It's just you. You got a fluorescent face.
I know, but nah. Just in my teeth. Right. Why am I so glowing? Right. Any questions, anyone? I'm really orange.
It's all that fake tan you use.
I don't use any.
You looked like a healthy glow. I was admiring it. I was jealous.
I'm trying to do spouts of garden and house at the moment because I burn really easy.
I got another sign up today as well.
I know, actually, Brian, I did say.
No, did
Because
get
you're
another
a
one
legend,
today?
Brian.
That's two I have now. Got one
I
today.
know.
Ian.
Stop bragging, mate.
He's not bragging.
Got any more to come, don't worry.
Yeah, that's it, mate. That's the mentality to have. Plenty more to come. Is there anything that you've been doing? Are you really positive about your ads? Are you positive about kind of the lead you're talking to? Is there anything that, I don't know, you think you're doing that's helping your success?
Well, the ad is obviously doing well. It's got I've got over 70 leads now. I'm just I just message them and stuff and just talk to them and see how they're doing and just the obvious stuff.
If you had one tip for everybody else on the call, what would it be?
Just stay on
tip.
Yeah, just stay on track and keep interacting with your leads. And if, say for example, if somebody likes your page, likes your ad, or likes a post you've put out, just give it a week or so, and then if you haven't seen them write anything, just reach out to them and just say hi, how are you, Damien, whatever their name is, and just say, look, I've noticed that you've liked my post. Can I ask you what it was that attracted you to it, or what you thought was interesting, and just see what they say.
No, it's really cool. One of Tom's top tips is it's kind of mine. Is just to be human when you're speaking to people and just connect with them. Don't just be all business. And Brian's just said it then. He just asks people how they are and how they're getting on and tries to connect with them. Because at the end of the day, if they're going to join your team, if they're going to join this community, you want to have build a relationship and friendship with these people. So yeah, I think that's probably the top tip of the evening. Be human, be relatable, and make friends.
See if we can find it.
What are you looking for?
Just an example.
Okay,
so earlier on, a girl commented on my ad saying that she's 100% happy in her job. So my ad at the moment is going out to gamers. So she put 100% happy in my job, but I love gaming. Can you tell me more about your opportunity? So I put, hey Becca, I'm super jealous that you love your job and you can 100% do this next to your current job. And then she went on to talk about the fact that she's currently doing training, so she doesn't have a lot of income because she's an apprentice. And I related to that because I was the same. I did an apprenticeship to become a network security specialist, in brackets IT guy. And then she put, yeah, $3.70 an hour is no way to live. What made you decide to leave? And then I just gave her a bit of my story and just said that I've not actually left work yet. I'm 100% open and honest with these people. I'm looking to hand my notice in at the start of August to finish by the end of September. What's primarily making me leave is the fact that my online business is starting to pay as much as my job. That and me and my partner have plans to do a couple of years of traveling, and the business enables that for us. And then I just to affirm the opportunity as something to pursue, I just added in there that my partner has been works this opportunity too. She was involved before we met in November. She's now 1 year full-time online. Other than that, I love my business more than my job, and changing lives is far more rewarding than fixing computers. Shocking, I know. So I just added a little humor into the end, and I just think being yourself is the key to converting anybody over a chat. People don't although we do now use a chatbot, the only purpose of the chatbot is just to quickly deal with people that, rather than ask for info, they comment on your ad, like they just go straight through. They don't ask for info. They're not interested in speaking to you. They just want to watch the web class. Whereas if they do want to speak to you, I think the best way forward is only ever going to be you. It doesn't matter whether you started with CEO 2 weeks ago or if you've been in for a year. The fact that you've taken action is inspirational to anybody.
Mm-hmm. It's probably one of the most important things to remember, is that the people you're speaking to don't know how long you've been doing this for to start with. All that they can see is that you've taken action to change your life. And that's what they want to do as well. So just bear that in mind. Jenny, I'm itching to ask what book you were holding or are still holding.
Oh, it's my notebook. Sorry.
What does it say on the front?
Think positively, exercise daily, eat healthy, work hard, stay strong, build faith, worry less, read more, and be happy. And then the word notebook.
That's really cool. I like that. Caught my attention. Right then, guys. Anybody got any questions or anything to add? Everybody raring to go with challenge 2?
No.
That's too short for me.
That's not the right attitude.
Tell you what, Brian's going to start everyone off because he's done go lives before, and then you're all going to follow.
Stacey's going to start everyone off because she's buzzing to do a go live.
Actually, yes. These two in my camera are right here. So, but yeah, if you guys are nervous, if you want a pep talk, let me know. I've pep talked Stacey a few times. So yeah, let me know and I will pep you up ready for a go live. But yeah, if that's all, guys, drop me a message if you've got any questions. Jenny, I'm going to send you that link for the 4-minute meditation.
Thank you.
And I'll catch you guys next week or on a go live. I'll catch you all on your go lives.
Sounds good.
Right then, guys. See you later.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
Have a good evening. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.